Son d'un papa!
Oh, my wiener.
You're watching the weekly Wednesday What's Up, the section of my channel where I tell you everything that's going on in my life in 1 week. Okay, so morning time or afternoon time here in Japan, as usual. Just long time gaming. Last night, 7 hours stream, pretty goddamn long. Let's start from the beginning or so, but I have to, very, very important. Let me check the mirror actually, because I probably look like shit. I need to go to immigration today, so it's going to be, I gotta quickly do this one and such. Yeah, okay. Just wing it. And I need to take passport photos and all this other shit. Big stuff going on this week. It's scary because my visa expires next week. No, tomorrow. My visa expires tomorrow, so I got caught in some bullshit. In short, computer is running very well now. No, sorry. The computer, I broke something. I was trying to play the PlayStation. I was trying to play the PlayStation 3 controller, and it did not work. I was using all these fucking apps and shit, and nothing. It ended up breaking this Batman looking keyboard and shit. I don't know what it is. I can still use some of these functions, but I cannot use the actual typing function. There was a driver problem. I spent 12 hours on it the other night and it was not cool. Nothing got fixed. So I'm still using the Mac for all my main editing stuff. I'll be editing this just today. A new keyboard just arrived, and then just yesterday, after I finished up Final Fantasy, 7-hour stream, this Logitech controller came in, and a lot of people were asking me why didn't I just get an Xbox controller? Well, I don't have the money to afford an Xbox One controller. This one was like $12. Capiche? Thinking about Dawn and how that worked. The Final Fantasy character. My stomach hurts. Alright, so very quickly, let's talk about what has happened this week. So the computer, I had a lot of computer problems. I'm still on winter vacation, but now technically it's not my vacation anymore. It's just my typical day off. I got one more day off. I should try to do so. That's exactly right. Tomorrow. If not later tonight, tomorrow, I completely need I should be editing some other videos, but like timely videos, like the Christmas trip. I had a great time at Christmas going to this beautiful beach. It was amazing. In the onsen, the bathtub was actually in the damn hotel. It was beautiful. It was unbelievably beautiful, but I will get to that. I'll try to do it tonight. I should put out something other than gaming content. I mean, that's been the whole focus recently, is just don't do too much of one thing on the channel, or you gotta make sure you mix it up. So right now, instead of reactions, I've been doing a lot of gaming. I need to go back. I need to mix it up some more, throw some vlogs in. Basically, don't get stuck with a bunch of videos on my phone of things that I've never edited, and then it just keeps on getting delayed and delayed. Speaking of which, one of the main points I promised everybody, I promised YouTube, literally YouTube, that I would at least get a rough draft of the Death Note skit. At least get something like that churned out, at least filed. You know what, that's exactly what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm just gonna sit here and fucking look at every scene and file everything, and then I need to contact a few people who want to like guest star in the skit and such. I already got a few people you guys already know. I was thinking about some actually fairly newer people, like You know what? I'm not gonna say it, but it's people that you wouldn't, especially as of late, people you wouldn't expect me to be talking to, but I've actually been talking with them a lot, and I think they'd be down for something like this. So I want to mix it up a bit. It's for this one specific scene, and if you're wondering why I'm a little more scraggly, oh shit, I need to take a passport photo, but I got this scraggly look going on. The reason why is because I need to reshoot, or I need to shoot some extra scenes, and I was growing everything out so that I can have, so that the people, they can design it the way they want it to look and such. But I'm pretty damn sure I gained weight post a few months ago when I filmed her, so I'm a little worried about that. But it's a distance shot, so it shouldn't look so bad like that. My girl, she did my hair recently, so she's actually getting very good at it. It just takes her a little longer than most people. I think about 4 hours or so. But she does. We take breaks when watching a movie, so I'm just glad I don't have to do it. If I have to do it, it takes time away from other videos. What else? Anything? Okay, so the computer thing, that I still haven't gotten Final Fantasy Kingsglaive yet. I was going to build the Avengers Tower here, but I haven't still. I seriously like and you might be wondering, so the room does look better. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the room fairly looks better, but it's just not the most adequate situation for the room, like for a computer and the screen here. I mean, it's here, but it's just not 100% legit the way I want it to be. I want to move this couch. I was thinking about making it vertical and putting the TV right here. But that backlight may not be good. All right. Anyways, so that I'm thinking about redesigning some stuff, but I don't want to impair or hinder my video processing and such. Anything else? Oh, this is the first raw vlog of the weekly Wednesday Wassup. So it's the first one, beginning of the year, and like I said last week, it's all about, like, my main commitment is just for you guys, RDN, the core audience, the fandom that focuses here. Like, the only thing I need to really be focused on is pleasing myself, pleasing you, and that's about it. It doesn't, like, I'm not really, I think of 2016, I spent far too much time looking for not even looking, but hoping, I should say hoping, for the acknowledgement of others. Thought I heard something. For the acknowledgement of others, and like making sure everything would be cool, and like if I remember correctly, last year's idea was my New Year's resolution was to do more collaborations. I think that's what it was. Yeah, that was the main thing. And it was kind of funny, the irony about that, the doing more collaborations, and that was the focus and such, is that was actually last year was in fact the year that I realized that I needed to say goodbye to so many people that, generally are not really that cool with you. Like, we want to believe. I was talking to Demon Scorp Killer earlier today or last night, and one of the things, like I didn't call him ignorant. He thought that I felt like he was kind of ignorant about this idea of that there's like two different types of communities, there's two different types of or there's just different type of community, and like it's a pipe dream to believe that everybody's going to be okay with each other. And I praise his positive, naive thinking. I believe, I suppose. I don't know, and I mean that with all due respect, because it's you want to believe that everybody will get along, but sometimes it just doesn't work like that, and just people have differences of opinions, and come from different types of cultures, and not everybody is going to be as compassionate as we would hope them to be, or put things to the side, or what have you not. And it was when I made those series of videos, the Real Talk with Akasan, that those videos that I just randomly spit out when in the middle of the night, when nobody would nobody would watch them unless the hardcore fans would go tune into those random Q&As, raw and uncut. It was something. It really came to my mind, and that's why I made that video about going into 2017, just not really thinking about that and releasing yourself of certain things. And so, because of that, and I had been reading a lot of articles, literature, and watching a lot of videos about forgiveness and looking for forgiveness for those that have wronged you, and it's interesting. It's interesting because the main theme, besides the religious connotation a lot of them had, was the main theme about this. And I've been watching these videos for the last couple of months or something, like letting go of grudges, letting go of grief, hate, anger, things like that, to just really deal personally on a personal level as well, to just deal with anger issues and just keeping it like thing. And the main thing I've noticed here is that the main theme, and I guess this is my also projecting my support for those of you going through similar things, is people always seek revenge, or the balancing of the scales, or for everything to be right. But I don't think it ever works out like that, and most of these videos never to expect something like that. Forgiveness, and I can't find the key right here, but what they're saying essentially is that forgiveness doesn't mean that. Forgiveness means something more or less that it doesn't mean forgetting either. It just means moving. I personally, honestly, I'm being completely honest about, I still can't understand what the reasoning or the silver lining behind all of it is. But forgiveness is something where you just kind of gotta let it go and move on. And the way I particularly took it was, you just delete these people from your life. You move on. You leave it in the past. The past is in the past. It's time to move on. And thus, about a week ago, or maybe more, I'm not sure. Actually, I don't know. I think it was right before the new year. I think it was right, because at that time I was really thinking, okay, it's time to let this go. Or it was right at the new year or something like that, where I was just like, okay. So, over the last half a year or so, there's a lot of people that, you know what it was? I know exactly what it was. It was when when J-Roar blocked me, about a month ago, maybe about a month ago, for some weird reason. I don't know exactly what the reason was, and that was the thing that got me to thinking about it too. Was I was like, okay, like I didn't go off, I didn't make some sort of rant video or throw a tantrum on Twitter or anything in this sense. Like, I thought about it. I thought, because a lot of people were wondering what the fuck was up like that. I thought about it, but I was just like, you know what? Like, J-Roar has his own reasons for what he does. If he doesn't want to contact me directly about something, or if he doesn't want to, like, he's got his own deals, and respectfully so, just let him go. Like, that's it. Like, it just doesn't work out like that sometimes. He never made any sort of video, or as far as I know, he never made any sort of indication upon why. So there's no reason to blow it out of proportion. Like, maybe sometimes it just doesn't work. It's not gonna be the end of my day. It's not the end of the fucking world, right? So, but I started thinking about that too, and I was just like, you know what? He's going his particular direction, so maybe I need to take a hint from that same idea and do the same thing, and get rid of people that follow me, or I follow them, but you're not really, like, there's nothing cool about it. There's not, like, it's just, it doesn't, it actually looks kind of weak on your side if people have done something or did something and it hasn't really been mended or so. I don't know. It didn't sit so well, especially as more time has gone by. There hasn't been sort of any sort of like ways to repair that. It didn't mend so well. So it was just better, especially going back to this idea of anger building up and resentment building up. It's better not to have these things in your life that will make your anger build up, basically, or will make you spurt out something strange. If these people are only around to indirectly, directly or indirectly hurt you, then that's basically just not what you need. And I thought about that because I was thinking maybe in some form or fashion I was indirectly hurting J-Roar, or indirectly hurting J-Roar, or doing something that I didn't even know that I was doing, but it was not it wasn't something that he felt that it was a need to come approach with. So if there wasn't any sort of need to come directly approach to me, then basically, in short, now I'm kind of getting lost in my own psychosis here, but in short, the main point here is that 2017, time to just release of old things and people you can't really trust, and have given good reason not to trust. You have people that have basically talked shit about you. It's just not the kind of people you really want to see. And I think that I've given enough time, and actually a few years now. I think we're going on 2 years now of like just seeing these actions and certain things that have validated me enough to just be like, okay, you know what, it's cool. Like even on like the analogy I give it to is just like on, well, I was gonna say MySpace, but some of you old cats know what I'm talking about with MySpace. But with Facebook, like I deleted it wasn't just Twitter. I deleted a bunch of people on Facebook as well. Like sometimes there's just people that you add that you see them and they're, like especially on Facebook, there are people that I added and the next time around I see them talking shit about reaction videos or talking like, it's really weird. I'm just like, do you know do you know what I do? Like, do you know what is a good part of my channel? Like how can you go up there and talk about it? Politics is one thing, but really kind of like it's making a direct thing like that. So it's just easier. It's easier just to do away with that kind of stuff. I don't think it takes more time to really go into spats and fighting and talking with people that really don't want to be talked to, or really, if you honestly don't see any form of a compromise, if you don't see people like really willing to work things out, then it's just not really worth your time. And I don't think it's worth the other people's time as well. So that's where I'm at, and that's why I chose to make the decisions I do in terms of blocking people on Twitter and Facebook, and nobody on this Instagram. I'm okay. Everybody's okay on Instagram. Like that. So anyways, that's all that's being said on that point and such. Really trying to stay drama free as always. I've never that's always been the reason why I've always wanted to I keep things very, I wouldn't say vague, but I just keep it for people that need to know that that's your answer and that's that, because I'm not trying to benefit off people's names for views, likes, reasonings. I mean, that's what the weekly Wednesday Wassup, and that's actually a little annoying. The one annoying part about doing the weekly Wednesday Wassup is the fact that it's a personal vlog, time to vent, time to talk to you guys about this stuff, but at the same time I try to stay as professional as possible, as professional or courteous as possible, and not directly talk about people like this. Because even this mention of J-Roar might rough up some people and get people talking, and but I believe, I don't know exactly what the problem is, but I still respect J-Roar a lot, and he's also been a big influence in terms of the way I've wanted to take the gaming type of stuff, and for my channel and things like that. But I believe that he's professional enough not to. There's no benefit for him to make rant videos or tantrum videos, or especially at this point in time. So I was just using him as a example for you guys to understand where I'm coming from in terms of where I got to the point I am now about just moving on, forgiving, letting go, and moving on to just more positive things. And I hope you understand that. Okay, guys, so I talked way longer. What are we at? Oh my God. I talked way longer than I should have on this one, but I kind of had a feeling it was going to go that way. You guys take care of yourselves. Gotta get ready to go to immigration. Gotta process this video before Wednesday is over. But until then, like, subscribe, share. Akemashito Meruto. Happy New Year, everybody. And I will let you guys know what's up next week. Peace, guys.
All my friends are here.